Why hello you amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another Gigguk reaction video. Alright, all of you have literally been filling out my comment section for like literally the 2 days that this has been out. So of course we're gonna react to it, and that is Gigguk's Winter Anime 2025 in a nutshell. I didn't expect this to get so many recommendations, but wow, it's literally been spammed. So every single video I've ever reacted to from Gigguk has been 10 out of 10. And honestly, I love his nutshell videos, so I might just start doing these regularly. And everyone's been asking me to check out this one specifically, so let's do it. Press that like button, press that subscribe button, unless you're into my first time ever reaction to the amazing Gigguk, which by the way, go subscribe to him, link in the description. Winter Anime 2025 in a nutshell.
I'm busy, it's the new year, you're probably watching this on the toilet, so I'm not here to waste your time. It's Winter 2025 Anime.
I am not on a toilet. Right now.
And there are a load of new shows and of course, all the anticipated sequels that are returning. So, what is worth watching? The highly acclaimed Apothecary Diaries is not coming back this season and doesn't have another 24 episodes that started airing from January 10th, 2025. Did you hear that, Mum? There is no more Apothecary Diaries if you're watching. Me and Dad love you and enjoy having you present in our lives. Solo Leveling is back with a...
Feel like he's lying? I feel like he might be lying. I'm pretty sure he is back. But then again, if Gigguk's mom is watching this, I'm pretty sure it's not actually back. I think they cancelled it, actually.
Rise from the Shadow. I love you and enjoy having you present in our lives. Solo Leveling is back with A Rise from the Shadow. No idea why it's called that this season. I haven't caught up to Dr. Stone in forever, and I'll be real. Watching these trailers make me feel like that meme of skipping one single video game cutscene, because what on earth has this show turned into? My Happy Marriage is continuing on to its second season,
Dr.
along with
Stone's the
100
best,
girlfriends. Hopefully now there's less
I've heard
people
100
shouting,
girlfriends
it
is
should have
great.
been me, not him. These are probably the same people that still fantasize about having a threesome one day. Don't lie to yourself, guys. Have some self-awareness. If I wanted to disappoint two people at the same time, I just talked to my parents. And of course, there's Bang Dream Ave Musica, a new series I binged recently and discovered that this was so much more than it looked like on the outside.
Yeah, I've heard
amazing drama, well-written characters, and no joke, in my opinion, is one of the best shows airing right now. Because of this, there have been some troubling rumors spread around that I have become an Idol fan, and I would like to quell those immediately, because I can assure you, I am not an Idol fan. See, this is a band anime, which is
Sounds like coke, bro.
it's totally different because the girls have instruments which they play in a completely different genre of music. This isn't an idol show as much as Girls Band Cry or Bocce the Rock, and these are not idol glow sticks I have. Living in Japan means you always have to be prepared for a natural disaster, so having a source of light if the power goes out is a necessity, and I am not waving these around. These are simply the morning stretches I do to take care of my body as part of my daily routine, and I do not know all the...
And he's absolutely trying to call a plan into land as well, you know? A plan? I meant plane. I meant plane.
Around. These are simply the morning stretches I do to take care of my body as part of my daily routine, and I do not know all the lyrics to Kill Kiss. That is simply a byproduct of...
It's very weird.
Yeah? Starting the season off with a nice, guilt-free shoujo romance with a quiet, shy girl falling for the bad boy. I know, you've heard this one before, but what makes this female protagonist stand out? What can she do to deserve the winning girl of the show? Well, let's see what she has to say.
Go on, what do you have to say? Oh. Nah, I'm with the guy at the back. Yeah, nah, 100%.
This is pretty much the textbook I can fix him storyline. It's got it all. The quiet girl that everyone picks on, the bad boy with a secret heart of gold, and so much in-your-face bullying you'd think this was a Korean webtoon. I mean, goddamn, she deliberately flunks her high school exam to a prestigious school so she can go to the same school as some hot guy she just met. That's not a bad life decision, that's just playing the long game. But of course, the guy out-bullies the bullies that bullied her, she opens up, gets more confidence in her day-to-day life, but it makes you think. Behind that shy, quiet exterior,
Gonna be honest, I'm kind of a sucker for the anti-bully story, you know? Yeah, like, I feel like getting attached to this, you know, the idea of her being bullied and then, like, getting with, like, this guy who is, like, the bully, you know? I kind of like that. That kind of happened in another anime I was watching. Was it Tiger? Toradora. Does that happen in Toradora?
I wonder what's really going on in that head of hers. Jesus. Go down! Go down! She down bad and she ain't getting back up! Last season, anime did something I never saw coming. It slowed down on Isekai. I know. I know.
True.
Aside from the sequels, of which there was just a measly 5, we had just one new Isekai come out, and I thought, wow, is this the beginning of the end? Has it finally come time for the anime industry to explore new ideas outside from just random
I feel like I know it's coming.
World? And yes, now I can safely say anime has grown out of Isekai and is doing original things.
He's lying.
Except for the Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Now, to be fair, this is not some random dude. This is the Red Ranger. This can't be a power fantasy because he's meant to be powerful. We've not seen this before. Doesn't count. Same thing as the dad who gets reincarnated.
We've not seen this before? I gotta be real. I've seen a lot of Isekai already. We don't need any more. Right? The ones we got are good.
World. This doesn't count. This is not uncle from another world. This is dad in another girl. We've not seen this before. This is a genuinely funny and interesting twist on the villainess genre. With a main character who is... Finally! An actual older gentleman. This is peak dad. This is peak villainess protagonist. This is what your drunk uncle sees at the family wedding dance floor. Magic Maker has a dude that genuinely thought if he remained a virgin by age 30, he would gain magic powers. We haven't seen this before. So yes, he gets reincarnated to a fantasy world with a loving mother, father, and sister, but then he decides to invent the concept of magic, but is seemingly unable to do so, because he must be missing some kind of ingredient. Oh, the missing ingredient was incest! And look, that's...
Oh, okay, that was the missing ingredient the whole time. Man, that really makes me look at Harry Potter differently.
Definitely a new idea we've not seen before. We're truly innovating now when anime is introducing us to incest-based power systems. Salaryman? In another...
Incest-based power systems? I gotta be real. The love for sisters in anime is incredibly fucking weird. It's super weird. I haven't, like, as a British person, I just want to say, I've never, like, it's crazy. Is all I have to say.
The world? You can't tell me you've seen this before. He's here as the head honcho of the Demon Lord's army. Oh, you've seen this guy before? Who do you think that is? Ainz Al Ghul? No. This is Ainz A Goon. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. This guy.
That sounds very suspiciously similar. I don't know about that one right there.
Is in a fantasy world, but he has the power of Amazon Prime. We've only seen this once before. Just once. Plus, this...
So good. We've only seen this once before. I actually kind of fuck with that idea, I'm gonna be honest. This
man
hilarious.
Fucks. He literally fucks. My man isn't just out here clapping.
What? Does he? That never happens in Isekai. That is actually something that doesn't happen. Usually, the characters just, like, weirdly horny for each other, but never actually make a move, and, like, always, like, embarrassingly awkward, and no relationships ever form because they want to keep the main protagonist open, so all of the fans of the series can be like, oh, I want him to be with her. No, I want him to be with him. And, like, that shit, you know? But he actually bangs.
Amazon Prime. We've only seen this once before. Just once. Plus, this man fucks. He literally fucks. My man isn't just out here clapping monsters. He's clapping some cheeks.
God damn. Damn.
We got another dude.
Also, one of the first crushes I ever remember having, completely random, I don't know why I'm even saying this, but I'm saying it anyway, is the girl from the Lost in Space movie. That's pretty good.
Transported to a fantasy world, okay? It's looking bad, but he gets the alchemy class, which is meant to be super weak, but is actually secretly strong, except the thing we haven't seen before is... You know what? Maybe Isekai really didn't go anywhere. Maybe we do need some originality in anime, which is why I'm so glad we have anime original shows being made like Zenshu. Zenshu looks like an anime doing something different this season. I saw the trailers and it just looks stunning.
Oh, I remember this one. I remember this one. We checked out the opening for it, didn't we? I remember.
Work, rediscovering her passion for animation. The potential of storytelling seemed endless. On top of the gorgeous visuals coming from a high-profile studio, and this is an anime original not bound by any source material. This was it. This could go so many places, only bound by the limits of imagination.
And
so then, they transport her to this fantasy world we've not... Hey, darling. So you know how we watched Arcane together and...
Fucking great. That's so good. That's so fucking good.
Both enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Well, I've reinstalled League of Legends. Sakamoto Days. Out of the new anime IPs out this winter, this is by far the one with the most eyes on it. Because of course, it's yet another big Shonen Jump adaptation, giving us an action comedy following the daily life of a legendary retired assassin turned family man. John Thick. He can kill you like this.
Nice.
Or this. Or this. Or even this.
Was that John Wick? That dude actually looked like John Wick. The big guy was... There's no way he looks like that by accident.
This. The only person he can't overcome? His wife. The woman that found an assassin, knew he was an assassin, and married him anyway. She said, I can fix him, and she did. Kids?
Wow.
This is what we call generational talent. On the Shonen Jump spectrum of shows, this seems more into the spy family side of things, marrying wacky family drama with high-octane action. Before watching, I saw a lot of people complaining about the animation, so I was expecting some kind of Blue Lock level of fumble. But what I watched was a solid adaptation. Not fantastic, not bad, not even mid, just solid. Which just shows that in this modern day of spectacle that has given us the likes of Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dandadan for high profile adaptations, solid just might not cut it anymore. As an anime only though, I'm still enjoying myself immensely. This probably won't take over the anime community like manga readers had hoped, but
I have to say, this is definitely one of the things I am so just not part of at all in the anime community. I will always be outside of it. I don't know if you guys feel like this or not. But when it comes to animation, I just don't give a fuck. And the thing is, as well, like adding to that sentiment, I also do. Because I'm completely contradicting myself here. But let's just say this. If anime adaptations are like gorgeously well done, and anime itself is like beautifully animated, I will like notice. And I'll be like, wow, this is incredible to watch. But if it is not greatly done, I never notice. I don't notice. I don't care. If it's not greatly done and it's like quite weak animation and people are like, oh, the animation is really bad, blah, blah, blah. It never bothers me. If the story is good, I will be sold regardless of the animation quality. I always feel like that. So when it comes to Solid not being able to cut it, I will never be part of that group.
I'm still enjoying myself immensely. This probably won't take over the anime community like manga readers had hoped, but it's still a fun ride. And I'm always down for more Shonen Jump titles with an older protagonist, showing that even older men can kick ass and take names. Look, if Sakamoto could do it, at least I got something to look forward to.
Is this guy immortal? I swear I've seen this blonde-haired dude die like 5 different times.
At my age. What is he? 50? 60? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, all jokes aside, I gotta come back to this because it's actually good. Despite the genre labels this may have turned out to be,
Zenshu.
make no mistake, this is 100% doing its own thing. The series kind of blindsides you, starting off by showing a story about an overworked animator struggling to meet deadlines for her newest project, with laugh-out-loud levels of irony when you consider the studio making this, because of course it had to be made by studio. You know what, it doesn't matter what studio it was made by. If you're really curious, you can search it up yourself, because I think the work in this anime should speak for itself. And we shouldn't be making any assumptions based on...
It wasn't Mappa, was it? It wasn't Mappa. It was Mappa, wasn't it? Which animation studio made Zenshu? It was Mappa. It was fucking Mappa!
On individual projects, so I shouldn't say. I'm not gonna say. It's by Studio Map. But then the series goes full East...
I should have just waited. I love that I knew. And I hate that I knew as well, man.
Isekai. And I'm not talking about a 1-2 episode gimmick. It fully commits to it, but instead leaning heavily into the vibe of old school Isekai. You know, even before that word was a thing and we just called this entire genre fantasy. Escaflowne, 12 Kingdoms, Magic Knight Rayearth. Tales that seem more Narnia than Sword Art Online, with the twist being that this animator gets sucked into one of her childhood movies and can change the plotline by summoning literally anything she's able to draw. I'm a sucker for anime that have these meta-narratives, but when you add on that she essentially summons legendary moments of animation from our history, from the monster in Nausicaa to the Itano Circus done by Itano himself, this is looking like it's going to be a wet dream for any Sakuga nerd and a love letter for the history of animation from the entire team.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that idea and concept. That is genius. That is so good. That sounds amazing. I have heard good things about Zenshu. When we checked out the opening, a lot of people told me that it would be something very interesting. And from what I keep hearing, I'm slowly getting sold on it.
Working on it. I mean, just look at this scene and tell me this isn't the POV of the burning passion of every artist out there right now. For all you romance junkies out there, don't worry, winter has still got you covered. We've got a story set in July of the year 2020 with some mysterious disease spreading around the world, cancelling all public events and gatherings. Yes, that really is the setting. Perfect for a hot, steamy reverse harem anime where people are definitely not social distancing. They went all out with this one, even with the theme song. Have a listen to this. Here comes another...
Was that word boner? Was that word boner?
Healthy romance anime with a shy guy and an extroverted girl. I wonder what her gimmick's gonna be this time. Yeah, the premise of this one is essentially some blonde, energetic anime girl trying to charm the stoic, calm guy in class who's not having any of it because he's walking down the path of enlightenment and training to become a monk. Shut up. We have the least obvious sponsored anime definitely not paid for by the Okinawa prefecture, where an oblivious Tokyo boy moves to Okinawa and falls for a girl but can't understand her wacky Okinawan dialect. Clearly, a concept like this would only work in a country like Japan. I can't imagine this working in somewhere like the UK, where we all speak English and we...
I'm not even joking. I was literally just about to say, kind of sounds like, and then he went in the UK where we all speak English, and I was like, okay. I've always wondered this, and like here in the UK, because we're quite a small country. I don't know if everyone knows this, but fuck me, the country is just full of completely different accents all over the place, and not even that. Like, if people think of the Scottish accent, and the Scottish accent has different accents as well. So Scotland itself has thicker and different Scottish accents too. And it's the same with Ireland, you know, North and Southern Ireland. And it's the same with Wales. Like, they all have their own, like, levels of accent within those accents that are different in the United Kingdom, right? But then, on top of that, you have Mancunian, Scouse from Liverpool, what's the frickin' Brummies from Birmingham, I don't even know what the Newcastle accent is called. You got multiple different London accents. It's like one city has multiple different accents. Like the Southern accent, which is Brighton, which is my own. Like, it's like, I would say it's just the most like, it's the most American English accent you can get. It's just plain old English. But this accent is also a hybrid of like someone from the South also watching a load of American movies. So my accent's not really one to be like looked at. But what I'm trying to say is, in England, considering how small this country is, the amount of accents is crazy. The second he said it, I was like, you know what, actually? And
country like Japan. I can't imagine this working in somewhere like the UK, where we all speak English and we understand each other perfectly.
I was wondering if you could teach me some local phrases.
Well, it's very hard to bring them to mind. This is the thing. It's all right when your eyes are not going and happy as eyes.
Ooh, another office anime romance. This one seems cute though.
See, I didn't understand what that dude was saying. He's that's my brother.
Two co-workers who are secretly into each other, trying to avoid the judging eyes of other co-workers who are just trying to guess who in the office is fucking. So the real question is, how saucy are we feeling in this romance anime? Maybe we'll get some hand-holding, or if they're feeling really spicy, maybe even first names. Maybe even they'll...
Ohio, Yui.
No fucking way.
I'd like to speak
It's crazy how rare it is for characters to actually hook up in anime, that when they do it, it's like mind-blowing, you know? Because it's just such a cliche that they just never
to
do.
your manager. I'd like to speak to your mother.
You know, if all that Isekai on display earlier just wasn't enough fantasy for you yet, then...
Oh!
What is wrong with
shit!
you? I may
This
be
is
a
the
good
one.
receptionist, but I'll
Yes!
solo any boss to clock
Yes!
out on time. Let's be real.
Yes!
You're going to be watching this one for Takahashi Rie, or this out-of-nowhere, beautifully animated opening. We got two
Such
more
a good
shows where some
opening.
dude gets a class he thinks is weak, but is actually strong. There's a new dungeon anime with an A-ranker surrounded by 3 conveniently color-coded girls. Huh, why
Nice.
does this dynamic seem awfully reminiscent? But no, this is totally different.
I really hate that he put the insidious theme over that, because fuck me, that theme scarred me.
Because here he's a teacher helping to bring out all of the girl's abilities while adventuring. He's teaching red hair how to fully utilize her red powers, blue
Red
hair how
powers,
to
nice.
use blue power,
Blue
and
powers,
then
yeah,
there's
good.
white hair.
Hey,
No, stop. Just calm down. Don't do it.
I'm getting married with a girl who
dear.
I hate. A
Oh,
wacky
dear.
rom-com where an unwilling couple are forced into
dear.
a marriage by their grandparents, despite the fact they despise each other, bicker about everything, and constantly find issues with one another. So, just like your average marriage then. I'm not gonna lie, this is just Nisekoi in 2025, except the grandparents are even more deranged. There's generational trauma, and then there's regretting not getting with your high school sweetheart, only reuniting when you're past retirement, so you hatch a plan to live vicariously through your grandchildren by telling them to either get married or lose their multi-million-dollar inheritance to a dog. What could go wrong?
I'm sold, man. This anime sounds like the greatest thing ever written in the history of entertainment. I have to say, speaking on behalf of younger Luke, without knowing obviously where my life goes, I would be taking this damn deal. Man, I was a lonely ass teenager. If someone said to me, right, you can marry this girl, yes, I will marry the girl. It's like, I haven't even told you what you get. You get this $1 million mansion. How do you keep it? I don't even need it.
Or, how about option 3?
What's option 3? Oh.
I'm gonna need a palate cleanser after that. Oh, hey, cute anime girls. What's this one gonna be like?
I'm actually really sad he hasn't spoken about solo leveling, considering how much I fucking love solo leveling, but also understand that it's not going to be for everyone, and some people might just look at it as like, yeah, action, blah, 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 but how much I'm really loving it. And I don't reckon he will. Or ReZero returning.
Gohan's is back with some more of their unique animation aesthetic. You can say what you want about Studio Gohan's, but they put a lot of love into their craft, truly giving us a visually stylistic anime that blends emotional depth with action-packed storytelling all into one beautiful package. And after watching the first episode, I'm gonna lie, this was awesome. On the exact opposite side of subtlety,
I'm gonna lie. I like
Studio
that.
Bind is back, adapting a work from the creator of Hibike Euphonium. This one's a niche one,
Rudy from
exploring the
Mushoku Tensei?
relationship of two girls that seem to be about as straight as your average Hoyoverse
That looks like a cross from Rudy from Mushoku Tensei and Young Aqua from Oshino.
friendship, as they enter the unique world of spoken poetry.
Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
The subject matter will ensure that this will not be one of the most watched shows this season, but it doesn't give a damn. It's atmospheric, it's beautiful, and it looks like a lot of the team that worked on season 1 of Mushoku Tensei are pouring that same passion into this one. There's a new anime from Yostar,
that's
but
why
it
it
is not
gave me
adapting
Mushoku
one of
Tensei
their
vibes.
gacha
Alright, I
games.
see.
In fact, it starts off with the protagonist quitting gacha games because her favorite game is being taken off live service. So, in an attempt to fill up her newly acquired free time, she goes outside and touches grass and becomes active and finds a new hobby, and is able to make new
God damn. Wait, you're telling me that video games are holding us back from going outside and finding happiness? Maybe later. I really got to sort out some stuff on the game I'm playing over here currently while I'm recording this video. Yeah.
friends and generally discovers a healthier lifestyle on Yostar. Are you trying to tell me something here? There's House MD, adorable, fun-sized anime girl edition. That's it. That's literally the show. If you've had
Was that fucking teardrops in the background? That song is banging.
trouble falling asleep thanks to A Nightmare on Elm Street, well, let me introduce you to A Wet Dream on Elf Street. Yes, this is the true power fantasy show of the season. A man who can isekai himself by falling asleep every single night, wakes up one day to find out the literal elf girl of his dreams has followed him into the real world. This is a wholesome, feel-good show. See, free run fans, just because there's an elf character doesn't mean we need to add any culture to it. We can all be sick. Okay, let me just be that guy for a second. I've read the manga of this, and it's bloody fantastic. I realize that many of you are going to see sports anime and figure skating and just immediately check out, but this won the best new manga of its release year for a reason. Peak writing, peak drama, and one of the biggest things that stood out for me was its fantastic portrayal of children. Wait, hold on. I know what that sentence normally means in anime, but just let me...
Hold! He said hold. Let him cook.
finish. Anime has a certain way of representing children that always seems just a little bit off. Either they're treated as some squishy mascot character, or they talk like some middle-aged adults, or they're just a fucking minion. Medalist treats them with the same level of respect in writing as they do its adult characters. I respect that perhaps we can forget to do in real life, while still acknowledging that yes, They are kids. They're innocent. They can be cute, but they can struggle with real insecurities we can easily miss. They can be way more capable than we give them credit for, but most importantly, they can surprise you in the most wonderful ways if you just give them that guidance to point them in the right direction. This is not just a story about ice skating. This is a real human drama on what it means to be that role model that some of you may or may not have had. The effects it could have, and the euphoric happiness when you see the younger generation you care about achieve a joy you'd forgotten how to feel. Without dramatic twists, without melodrama, just real human struggles, and an important reminder that sometimes we can learn as much from our kids as they do from us. The only thing to be wary about is Studio Engi don't exactly have the best track record for top tier adaptations. But even if they are able to portray just a fraction of the emotions contained in the manga, this is going to be one of the best shows this season.
Another one I've actually heard is very good, so it's nice that I've noticed Gigguk never really talks about the bigger anime unless it's like something brand new. So I can't imagine we're going to get any sort of talks about ReZero's return. I don't know when this video would have been put together as well, because ReZero sort of is only recent. And I also don't know if Gigguk will even bother talking about solo leveling, because I don't really know if he likes it, to be honest. And I imagine it's like too freaking mainstream. And I'm not saying it matters, because a lot of the anime he's gone over here all look beautiful, like unique, and Medalist is definitely one I would like to check out myself.
Okay, everyone ready up? And action!
どうした重そうじゃないかロングソードより台所で包丁を握っている方がお似合いじゃないかね
Dave, your line was, "You have no chance of defeating me." Man gets reborn as a small adorable animal and gets adopted by a sexy anime girl. Wow, I haven't seen a concept like this since... But no, this is different. This is different. This time it's a cat, and the cat is actually a behemoth, so this is really closer to your action power fantasies. He can power up by eating, he's got special abilities, he locks in during battles, he's got that dog in him. Look, his owner just sees him as a pet. A pet. That's it. This is not Inukai's cat. There is nothing sus about this. Anime would never make another show about thirsting over anime. Well, I guess there's only one thing I can do. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
Did bro just really did he just really just say that? Did he just say that? Did he just... Oh shit, man. Say what you want about that guy, but at least he loves his animals. Just a bit too much.
So, thank you very much this month to Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil.
Shout out all of Gigguk's Patreon members. We're not going to go through all of them because you guys are my Patreon members, alright? But shout out all of Gigguk's Patreon members. And if you're not a member of his Patreon, you 100% should be. I will leave a link to his channel in the description, so make sure you go there and sign up to all his stuff and give him a subscribe, because every single time I record a reaction video, the only reason I'm able to record these videos is because of the amazing content creators who go to the effort of creating wonderful content for me to react to. And Gigguk is definitely one of those channels that is just exceptionally incredible. Makes this wonderful content, and that is just so beautifully well put together and told in these fantastic mini stories that it does do a really good job at luring you in. I honestly am surprised that more anime studios or anime in general don't just pay this man to promote their own anime, unless maybe they do. Maybe. But you know what I mean? Like, watching his videos really does sell me on anime. I had no intention of watching, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here going, this sounds awesome. Like all of the, like, he first, and the thing is, he does it in a way that surprises you. Like, first shitting on the concept of Isekai in a funny, jokey way that obviously isn't going to offend anyone who's an Isekai fan, hopefully. But it's also going to, like, rally the people who are so anti it, you know? I'm not really either. I just sit in the middle. I like good anime. So if it's an Isekai and it's good, don't care. I'll enjoy it. If it's not an Isekai and it's good, don't care. I'll enjoy it. You know, I do definitely think there's a lot of Isekai, but at the end of the day, if it's good, who cares? So yeah, I love the idea that he was able to, like, perfectly go down the middle, crack it all with these wonderful jokes before then introducing 3 different Isekai shows that he actually likes by pointing out not only the flaws of them, but also the positives, you know? And he does it with all of the anime, and he's so good. Does these videos by pointing out things that are wrong and then pointing out things that are good. And every now and then, he'll just completely lose his mind over an anime he can't find anything wrong with, and those are the moments I really enjoy. And Medalist seems to be like one of those. At least maybe the book version. So, there you go. Honestly, a lot on this list I actually really want to check out. I'm not surprised Solo Leveling wasn't here. I wouldn't expect it to be. But as someone who is just a big freaking fanboy of Solo Leveling's anime and anime adaptation, I haven't read the book, but I'm really enjoying it. I love it. I love it. And maybe I am just one of these people who's like a bit more mainstream and I don't have the time to properly like watch and everything behind the scenes because I can't. Like all of the ones on this list, I mean. Mainly because I only watch anime on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. That's it. And what I'm trying to say is my entire anime journey is supposed to be public. So I've never watched any anime off camera. I only watch it all on camera with you guys. It's the whole point is you're all supposed to be able to see my journey from start to finish, and you can. If you go back to my earlier videos to now, it's all there. That development is all there to see. So it is a shame because I can't watch half of these ones, but we'll get to them in time, you know? And we're picking up more and more anime streams on Twitch, and we're putting more effort in on there, and Patreon, maybe we'll grow that even more, you know, in terms of, like, doing extra anime reactions per week and that sort of stuff on Patreon, because I feel like that's something you guys would like. And, yeah, Patreon does very well, you know? Like, the content on there does very well, and you guys seem to want more of it, so maybe we can do something there. Anyway, I guess that's where my reaction is going to end. Let me know if there's any anime you would have put on this list that wasn't on it. And also let me know what your favorite anime is on this list. And then, let me know which one you'd recommend to me specifically. Anyway, have yourself an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.